All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. How is everyone this morning? Y'all doing good? Everybody's got their home set up here in our new normal, right? Interesting times that we're in, right? We're in such interesting times. And honestly, I think this topic is so important and everybody needs to know about it because these are conversations you can be having with your clients and consumers right now. We've all been so busy, working on other things, and life's been really fast for us. So when things slow down and we have to redefine and redesign how we function every day, it makes us look at, well, what else can I be doing for my people? What else can I be doing? Or what are the things I'm not getting to right now? And so I think understanding probably Keller Mortgage and Keller Offers and Keller Covered are things that maybe you don't know much about. And so I'm going to do an overview of those. We used to just talk about Keller Mortgage when it first rolled out, and then now we've had these other tools added to it. And so I'm going to show you where to find all this stuff. I'm going to show you how you can use tools today now that you can share with your clients, and scripts for you to use to call people and talk about how you can save them money, either on a loan or on some homeowners insurance. So I'm going to show you a lot on my computer screen so you know where to find all these things. So this is actually a much better way to show you guys because usually we do this in person and then I have to just pull it up, but you'll be able to follow along and then we'll post this as well. Again, chat box, open up your chat box on the right hand side and you can put in any questions that you may have for me, and Lindsay's going to help me watch that. I see that Blake's on too, so they'll be jumping in the chat box and answering any questions you may have. So let's start with why, we're in different times right now. This is really a timely conversation. So those that don't know, and sorry for the loud noise, we're having our bathroom, a window put in right now, so it might get a little loud, so I hope you all don't hear that. When I started in real estate, so first of all, if you don't know me, I'm Melanie Kennemann. I'm executive team leader at the Austin Southwest, and I'm operating partner at our North location. And I moved to Austin 9 years ago for this position. Before I did that, I was a team leader in the Lake Tahoe, Reno area for 3.5 years. Before that, I lived in Germany for 9 years, and I ran movie sets, and I had, learned a new language and thought, wow, that's the most amazing thing I think of my career. And then when I came back to the States and I got my real estate license like in 2006 and thought, my kids were big enough that I could do something again. I said, what is something that I could do every day and make an impact but not have a limit to my potential? I'm gonna get my real estate license. What I did not realize is that the market was about to have this huge economic crash, right? And if you guys, any of you remember, I think you all were around at that time, the housing crisis, just overnight. I make a joke, I say, I got my real estate license in Nevada and I heard this loud crashing noise and I was like, what was that? And it was the real estate market. So literally on my street where I lived, I was so excited because I had the most expensive, house on my street. So basically I was the dumbest person on my block, right? Because every lawn kept turning brown and another lawn would go brown and another lawn would go brown. And people were in a predicament because what had happened is they bought homes they couldn't really afford. They really didn't put enough money down. So when the market shifted, they were in trouble when they couldn't keep refinancing every 3 years, right? Because back then you needed a no-doc loan or interest-only loan. And so people got into their homes in homes they probably couldn't afford, right? And so what happened when the market adjusted and the price values went down, and you went to refinance, well, all of a sudden you couldn't. Number one, because your home wouldn't appraise, right? So if the market goes down, you can't refinance your home. And so now maybe you're locked into a 3-year arm that goes from maybe your payment was $1,800 and now it's going to $3,000 and you cannot refinance. That's a problem, right? So all of a sudden you can't even stay in your home. What do? And your options at that point was either you have a lot of cash to put into refi, which nobody had, or you walk away and you have a foreclosure, which is on your record for 7 years, and then the bank owns it and sells it, or you do a short sale. And the short sale was negotiating with the bank because of a hardship. You are asking them to forgive the debt because you can't refinance. The market value is telling you that it's worth this much, right? So when I got started, it was exactly the opposite market of what we've been experiencing in Austin. It was literally a ton of buyers, you know, a ton of sellers. It was opposite, ton of sellers. You'd go down a street and there would be a sign in every yard for sale. And you'd have this one buyer walking through, right? And I think that's where the signs were invented, like, stop here, open house, like the twirly people with the signs, right? And you'd see agents outside going, come to my open house and stuff, because you had all this inventory, but so little demand. And so when I learned, I was very quick to think about, what can I do differently? What could I offer that one buyer differently that no other agent could? So when I talk about the tools I'm going to talk about with you today, I would have just loved to have those tools in my hand at the time. I think back then I was like, oh, wow, if I sign up for the Lowe's membership realtor program, I can give my clients 5% discount. Like, I look for the little things, like, what can I do to stand out? What can I do to add value? And I laugh at it now. And honestly, it's so funny because I look back, because that was always also our biggest opportunity. And it's also where Keller Williams became number one in our city, because we realized we had to shift. We had to shift everything we were doing the way we did real estate, and we became the market dominators. So now you fast forward today to Austin, Texas. Well, now what's happening to us is very different than what we've ever seen before. It's not an economic financial crash from false lending or giving money people, you know, for homes that shouldn't have gotten them. That's actually, the economy's been really strong. What happened is a pandemic hit, and companies were forced to shut their doors, and people were forced to stay home. So now here you are working virtually from home. There's not a lot of like in-person communication that you can make. So what can you do to be different? So now here, when I would teach this class the last 3 years, I didn't have this part in there. I would say, well, you're in the market of today where everybody who has a license thinks, okay, this is easy, great. You know, I just need to find one of the 110 net people moving to Austin every day, and I'm good, right? Well, you need to be different. And about a couple years ago, discount brokers came to town in Austin. And I remember when Redfin came to town. And if you all know Redfin, they're a discount broker. Their agents are salaried, so they could sell 15 million and make 80 grand. Like, it is not the entrepreneurial model that most of us, of why we got into the business. The challenge is they are backed by millions and millions of dollars that advertise to the consumer. Do you really need to pay that agent, right? Do you really need to pay all those fees to your agent? Are you paying too much? Work with us and we will rebate you this much amount of money, or list with us and we'll do a 1.5% luxury listing, or a regular listing for 1%. So then it became, interesting. What are we going to do to compete with those guys? And so Gary Keller, being the visionary he is, and the first of all these three I'm going to talk about is Keller Mortgage. He said, what if I bought a mortgage company? And I made a mortgage company that had zero loan origination fee, zero underwriting fee, and $1,000 back at closing, and the best rates in the industry. Would that help my agents? And so Keller Mortgage was born. And we launched that here 3 years ago. When we first launched it, there was a lot of skepticism, because they're like, what is Gary up to? Like, this was some financial grab from Gary. And they didn't realize, guys, Gary Keller does not want to be in the mortgage industry. Gary Keller is doing this on our behalf so we can compete like never before. That's why Keller Mortgage was born. And the really cool thing about that is, last year alone, just in 2019, the Southwest Market Center alone saved consumers $1.3 million in Keller Mortgage fees. In lending fees that they would have paid anywhere else. 1.3 million, just our office last year. Who can tell that story? And so I think the more we're moving into this crisis that we're all experiencing, and nobody knows how long this is going to continue. We don't know if it's a month, if it's 2 months, if it's 90 days. So think about these tools that I'm going to talk about today can be your best advocate for the conversations that you should still be having with your people. So now if you fast forward to the time that we launched to today, because now Keller Mortgage is in every state. I think New York's still a little bit trouble, but besides New York, everywhere but New York. We have saved the consumers $117 million because of Keller Mortgage. So think of this scenario. So when we launched here in Austin, and I believe that the story wasn't as clear as it is today because it was brand new and the why was not as clear for everybody as it is today. And so an agent from Arlington, Texas heard what we were doing, and they had just gotten Keller Mortgage in their area. And she was a listing agent, does a lot of listings. And she went back to Arlington and she had a transaction that was going on, and the buyers needed to walk because of some financial situation or something about the terms of the loan or whatever. And the agent said to her, you know, this might sound crazy, but we just launched a new product called Keller Mortgage. And honestly, as a listing agent, because it's a Keller Williams listing, I can offer this to you as well. And would you like to ask your buyer? I mean, what do we have to lose? So the agent who was with, I don't know, Remax or another company, some XYZ Realty, she sends the link, the agent gets, or the client gets approved, the client saves 0.25% on their loan amount, waives all, there's no loan origination fee, no underwriting fee, and $1,000 back to closing. And the client said they saved $11,000 and the deal closed. So everyone looked like a rock star. And that was the first story that got people to be like, oh, wow, why am I not using this? And we have an agent named Mimi Bond, and usually I have her, she covers for me sometimes in these classes when I can't make it because I'm double scheduled or something. As a new agent, she embraced this immediately. And this is something that she brought on to all of her listings she posts. She puts it in special provisions, you know, ask about special financing, because as a listing agent, this is also a tool you can use for listings and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, when you list with me, a Keller Williams agent, did you realize we can offer Keller Mortgage to any buyer, regardless who they're represented by? And so now as you know, we've been in such a crazy market, as listings might begin to sit longer, that becomes a competitive advantage for you guys. I'm going to walk you through some of those things. I'm going to show you some videos that explain more about Keller Mortgage. I just want you to get big picture of how impactful this can be for your business. All right, so Keller Mortgage is the first one. The second one that came, so besides discount brokers, what's the other, anybody know, what's the other kind of industry disruptor that we've seen in the last 18 months? Anybody know? What other kind of real estate disruptor have we seen? Any guesses? Starts with an O or an I. Yay, exactly. iBuyer, exactly. iBuyer, the iBuyer, right? Which is basically investors that come and buy under market value. And again, so Open Door's been the biggest company doing this. Open Door says, you know, go on our website, put in your property address, and if your home fits in our qualifications in this little box, which is a certain size square footage, can't have too much land, can't be in a gated community, can't be over a certain price point, right? But if your home fits into our criteria, we will give you an offer within 48 hours, and then you get to select all the terms. And oh, by the way, you don't need an agent. We'll take care of everything for you. The offer will probably be somewhere, and I know this varies depending on area, but somewhere it's going to be undervalued, of course, right? Because you would expect that. So maybe 11%, maybe 7%, depends on where they are in the market. And oh, by the way, with Open Door, there's also a fee from somewhere between 7 and 11% that they charge on top of that. So they're coming in with the under market value offer. Sometimes they can get kind of close depending on the area. And then yet they're charging a 7 to 11% fee. And their whole spiel that they do is convenience for you. Why hassle with having people come through your home? And now working on the fear of people, especially now, like, why would you sell your house now? You know, with all these diseases, don't let anybody in your home, whatever. I could see them. I haven't heard that from them. In fact, right now, Open Door has shut their door, and they are not doing iBuyers right now. I've heard other companies doing the same because investor money is frozen right now. Well, guess what? Gary Keller looks up. We're in the mortgage business. we're getting in the iBuyer business. And we are not getting in the iBuyer business because we want to be. We are getting in the iBuyer business because we have to be on behalf of our people. So here's Gary Keller taking a stand for our industry and empowering us with the tools that we need to compete. And the reason you need to understand iBuyer is when you're having a conversation with a seller and he's worried about all these things and he says, you know what, I think I'm just going to do Open Door, the iBuyer thing or whatever. You can say, well, I can help you with that as well. And so what happened is that Gary Keller hired some really smart people that had been in that iBuyer world, and he started Keller Offers. And Keller Offers is our version of an iBuyer program. And you have to get certified to do that. Lindsay, if you'll type in the box, if you guys are interested in that, you have to send an email to training@kelleroffers.com. It's a 3-hour webinar you have to be on to be certified to do this, okay? It costs $250 one time, and this is your certification so that you can go in and have the conversations I'm about to share with you. So as an iBuyer, they're just confused, right? The seller just wants to get it off their, plate. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe they just have something that's really happened in their life and they just want out and it's too emotional for them. Well, here's a study that we did. Okay, so I don't believe that Americans don't want to net the most amount of money. I don't believe that. I believe that we have a lot of opportunity to understand money better as Americans. I think that we're not taught that in school like we should be. And I've got a freshman in college and a 16-year-old, and trust me, everything they've learned about money and business has been from me and their dad and not school, right? So think about that. If the net is lower, but it's purely for convenience, is that really the best thing for the seller? Well, I think we would all agree that that's not necessarily the best way. However, we need to educate them because they're getting inundated again, just like Redfin is advertising like crazy on every bus and every bus, station. So's Open Door, right? So if you can open that conversation, say, well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, tell me, what are some of the options you're thinking about on moving forward with selling your home? You're going to hear more and more those two names that I've mentioned. I don't like to really talk about other companies, and I'm not putting anything down. This is an educational thing, but you need to know what your competition is. Part of being a really great agent is knowing your market and understanding what you're up against. So, okay, so here's the deal. We did a study in summertime with a couple top agents in Georgetown, and we tested the market. And they went after and they were prospecting for iBuyers. And so they were calling people and they're saying, hey, would you like to know about the iBuyer program? Have you heard about that? Are you confused about what that means? Let me come educate you. And what happened is they went on 90 listings this last summer. They took 55 of those listings. So they got 55 of those listings. And guess how many people went the iBuyer route with Keller with Keller Offers? 1. Why is that? Because when an agent who understands it could come in and educate them about the iBuyer program, it was clear to them that that was not the best thing for the seller. So here's the conversation you can have when you're certified for Keller Offers. When you come to the table and you say, well, let's talk about those options. Or really think about iBuyer because it's just such a hassle having people come through our home. And there's been the virus and, now when this is all behind us, because you're not going to be going in person, but you can do Zoom calls too. We don't really want people in the home, yada, yada, yada. You say, I completely understand that. And if you decide to go that route, I want to explain to you and guarantee to you that I can help you with that as well. But my job is here to educate you on the best possible scenario for you and your family, because you do want to net the most amount of money for your biggest asset. Yes? Okay, great. Well, let's talk about those scenarios. And if you decide at the end of this conversation that you'd like to do the iBuyer, then I'm here to help with that. Let me explain to you how that works. So we have the same program. Here's the difference though. I can still represent you as the seller, which is true. Remember on the Open Door package, there's no representation by anybody, right? It's like the investor and the owner and nobody in between. So here's what, now I'm not talking to the client, I'm talking to you guys, the agents. When you're Keller Offers certified Keller Williams agent and you're having this conversation, what you're going to do is, if you think that they're a potential iBuyer person and you're going to list it, you're going to want to, and they'll teach you this in the training, but you're going to want to pull an iBuyer offer so you know what they're going to pay for. You're going to want to go live for 3 weeks. My idea is, in this market with low inventory, you're probably going to get that home sold if you price it right in those 3 weeks anyway, because last I checked, we've got an inventory issue in Austin. If it doesn't sell, then let's go with the iBuyer. But let's try to get you 20,000 more in your pocket, because what you would do as a Keller Williams agent is you would show them what you think market value is, because you've done the research. You understand the market. Here's what you think that they would net after commissions, all that stuff. Here's your net to you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if we sell the traditional route. And here's your net if you would go with iBuyer. You would be around this ballpark. What would you like to do? And so for them, if they're seeing that, they're like, well, wait a minute, this is $20,000 more in our pocket. Maybe we're rushing here. You know what? I like that idea. We might still go with the iBuyer because those are, but it's good to know my options. Let's go that route. So now I go back again to the test that was done in the test market in Georgetown. 90 listing appointments gone on, 55 listings taken, and only one person went the iBuyer route. So think about, for you, now I'm talking to you guys, the agents, for you, it's a land grab. For you, it's a way to get listings. For you, it's a way to educate consumers on what's happening. They don't understand it. They don't understand the iBuyer. They don't. Why do you think they call it iBuyer? It's not good for the seller. It's not iSeller, right? It's iBuyer. It's not good for the seller. However, investors have been doing this for years. You can go in and help them with that. But here's what's in it for you. So here's what's in it for you as the listing agent. Like I said, there's no agents involved on the other ones. You'll get a 1% listing fee from Keller Offers. They'll pay you a 1% on your listing fee. You move your clients on to the next transaction. Now Keller Offers owns the property. Keller Offers owns the property. They don't want to hold it. They want to sell it again. So when they list it again, guess who gets to be the listing agent again? You do. And you get another 1% for selling it again. Guess what else you get from that? Potentially buyer leads, and you get your name in the yard, right? So there's a lot that you can get. So it becomes a great marketing tool for you. But what I love about Keller Offers as a Keller Pro tool is it's a way for you to inform our people, to inform the consumers, and to protect them and keep them in our world, which again, aren't we the biggest advocates for our buyers and sellers? That's what we do. We have pledged an oath to be their fiduciaries. We're their money protectors. We're their deal makers. Let's not let these computer company calculations come in and remove the value of a real estate agent. And that's why we're in Keller Offers. So that's the second one. That just launched, by the way, in Austin in October. So it's fairly new. I'm on lab calls with them and stuff like that. And ironically enough, we're not pulling a lot of offers here in Austin. I think it's our low inventory. I think because homes are selling so quickly. However, it's a great tool, and you guys, this is something you definitely want to have in your back pocket. And then the third thing that we haven't talked as much about is Keller Covered. And Keller Covered is homeowners insurance. And later on, there'll be other things that come with that, but it's on average up to 30% savings in homeowners insurance. So what I would challenge you is for you to call them, you to click through, and I'm going to show you where to go for that, and see the bid they give you. I've heard other people say up to 50% savings they've saved with Keller Covered. Why does that matter? Because again, it's a tool that only you can use, and you have to have a link to a Keller Williams agent to get that discount. So what Keller Covered comes in and does is they've got agreements with all kinds of insurance companies, and they're bidding. It's a bidding war, and they give your client or you the bid. So I sent this out last week. If you guys saw the video that I did with Casey Dalby on, what's our new normal and how do you do a virtual showing if you can't do showings at all, right? Let's get creative in the market of today. And at the bottom, I said, now don't forget about these tools that we have. We've got Keller Mortgage, we've got Keller Covered, and we've got Keller Offers. So one of our agents at the Northwest said, oh, can I use that? And he wrote our compliance director, Alice, and she said, of course. Well, within minutes, he wrote her back and he said, oh my gosh, I just saved $191 on my homeowner's insurance. I mean, isn't everything we're doing, looking by line, what can you cut now? Don't you think that that would be an important conversation you could have with every single person that you know? And let me help you save. It's the little things, right? It's the little things. $191 is $191 every year that they will save because of you. Or refinancing. If people have their jobs today, right, and nobody's not having income, have they thought about refinancing, and what would those rates be? And maybe you could save them money doing that. Keller offers. What if they want to know about iBuyer? Well, I can educate you on that. And if that's the best direction you decide for you and your family, I can help you with that so you're not alone. Do you see, all of these things are to empower you in the conversations that you have with your customers and your clients. These are talking points for you to be able to reach out and come from contribution on how can I help you? On your care calls, how are you doing? I bet, like me, you're looking at every expense that you can cut. Have you thought about homeowners insurance? Would you like to see if you get up to 30% discount through Keller coverage? So I'm going to show you where to find all this stuff. I don't see any questions on the side yet, so I think we're doing good. Yeah, but if you're interested in the Keller Offers training, then just shoot an email, training@Keller Offers, and go from there. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys now. Okay, so let's see. Okay, do y'all see my screen? Yeah, okay, good. So I just want to make sure you guys all know about that. This is the kwswmconline.com. Are you all using this? Is this how you found the link to be with me today? This is your resource for everything. I just want to make sure you guys know all that. So right now I'm in the training calendar because that is just market center training. So that's just stuff we're doing from here. By the way, you're going to hear it first. If you have ever been with a class with Gene Rivers, he's amazing. He's one of my favorite Keller Williams trainers. I just got him for my team meeting next Wednesday at 11 o'clock. So that's going to be on here, and that's how you'll find it too. So team meeting next Wednesday at 11. You will not want to miss it. Gene Rivers is one of the smartest guys I've ever met, and I love him. So he will be who I interview next Wednesday at 11. But this is where you can find everything. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have a Q&A with leadership that you guys can ask any kind of questions on what's happening in the market today. And then you see we've got a, let's see, there's another one this afternoon here. So here's Keller Pro Tools. So hopefully that's where you found me. Here, MailChimp and Kennemann. So MailChimp is our email, that you can use for Kennemann. So this is how to integrate MailChimp and Kennemann and send curated messages about COVID-19 CARES Act to your sphere. There's a email we've created for you that you can send out to everybody. So Joey, our marketing expert at our Portfolio Luxury office, has created that, and he's going to teach you that. So that would be a great class for you guys to attend today. He's going to show you how to do that. That's another great touch for you people. But then again, if you go to the home page here, this has just everything you need. Power Hour. If you guys have not been on a Marty Miller Zoom here, he's doing another one Monday from 10 to 4:30. He will go over everything you need to know about all your technology. If you have not been on, raise your hand if you've been in one of those with Marty Miller. Has many of you been on? I know Lindsay and Blake have. Have any of you guys know? He's our tech ambassador for the whole region. He's amazing. So that would be one that you should totally pay attention to. And then we've got the links directly to KW Connect Live. KW Connect Live is coming from Keller Williams International. So they have, these are the on-demand, this is this week's schedule. So there are all kinds of trainings happening, and you click here and it just goes to live feed. So just look at, like today at 12 o'clock, there's a Command Conversations, get help with campaigns. Then you've got at 3 o'clock, virtual appointments and consultations with Jay Papazan. At 4 o'clock, you've got Pivot Your Perspective with another one of my favorites, Dick Dillingham. So look through here. You can also find this on KW Connect, but we wanted to create an all-in-one resource for you guys. So make sure you're going to this site. Then you have our training calendar, and then Command resources. If you need any help with Command, there's a lot of resources in here for you. You know, where do I start? How do I do it? So there's a lot. So play in this, but it's, again, this is the KW SWMC online, and Lindsay will type that in the site again for us. That's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, I'm in KW Connect directly. KW Connect directly on the main page here, they've renamed it to be called Pivot Shift Ahead. So this is also a great resource for you guys. If you scroll down again, it's got all of the live stream schedules right here for any day of the week, right? So here's for, oh, we're Thursday, so I said the wrong day earlier, but these are the classes for today. Specialty markets during a shift, pivot your percent. Oh, we've got a 4 o'clock with Tim Heil. That would be an amazing one. Tim Heil is our #1 producer at the Southwest Market Center. Amazing guy you could learn from. So that would be a great one today at 4. And then you come down here, and here's previously posted or recorded ones that you can watch later. And they're all on personal finances, expense management. And then here you have a bunch of scripts. So there's scripts in pivoting, just not now, I don't want to sell, I want to take my home off the market. So there's a ton of things in there for you. If you're in MAPS coaching, or you want to try MAPS coaching, there's 2 free months of coaching. Keller Williams made a $20 million pledge in all of our coaching, which is amazing. More Command stuff, but here's where you're going to access what I'm talking about with Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered. Your clients are looking for ways to save money today. You have the tools. Talk to your clients about making every dollar count. During these difficult times, we've created several scripts and tools to help your family, friends, and clients save money. So you see I'm on the pivot page on KW Connect, and I'm just going to scroll right down here, and I'm going to click. It's going to take us to a site just for Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered. So here you go. Keller Covered, Keller Mortgage. Here's what it looks like. There's an agent marketing landing page that you can create too. And if you click here, I'm just going to show you how easy this is. I'm going to type my name in, Melanie. Oops, spell it correctly. Melanie Kennemann. Only one of me. So I'm going to search. There I am there. So I'm going to copy that. And now I'm going to paste it. Oops. Look at that guy. Too many things open. I'm going to paste that. If I could get to it here. And it's going to populate with my photo. So it's going to populate from the photo that you've uploaded and your contact information, whatever you have already as yourself in there. So make every dollar count, pay nothing to pay less. So this is something you could send, you could text to people, you could post it on social media with this link, because again, it's customized to you. So when it clicks through here, right, I'm going to show you what that looks like. So make every dollar count, pay nothing to pay less. We always want you to lower your expenses, no matter the circumstances. Now more than ever, we are here to help you save money today. So let's start with the Keller Mortgage side, okay? So why Keller Mortgage? 0 lender fees, 1,000 credit at closing, and a discounted rate on your rate. And it gives more information there. And then they can click through for that. And then it talks about Keller Covered. So let's start with this. Save thousands when you refinance today. So that could be refinance, or it could be for a purchase, right? Because again, I've used this even for a investment property. I just used this. I purchased my mom's property up in Tahoe, her condo. And so I'm now her landlord. And so I used Keller Mortgage and was able to use all of these things. I'm going to continue there. It's going to take us, it's going to say, I'm working with a KW agent, find your agent. Eventually, this is going to be auto-populated. They're working on that right now. See, it says not currently licensed to do business in New York. Okay, so there's Melanie Kennemann. I click there. That's me. Continue. This is my agent. Yeah, continue. Okay, it gives you Keller Mortgage, loan origination fee, application, underwriting, processing, discount fee, points. Talked about that. Okay, accept. This is a quick little video.
Say hello to saving thousands with the 0+ program. whether you access Keller Mortgage through your Keller Williams agent's branded app, or they send you a pre-approval link. Our online loan application begins at just the click of a button. To start your loan application, create an account to encrypt all data. An email will be sent to you to verify and confirm your account. You can then complete your loan profile on your smartphone or switch to a personal computer. Data is automatically saved as you go, so you can resume where you leave off at any point. In order to know if you're shopping in the right price range, we encourage you to complete your entire loan application. Simply fill in your personal and financial information, securely link your bank accounts and tax returns, and upload necessary documents. If you cannot find your bank account or do not feel comfortable linking your bank account, you can upload bank statements through our document portal instead. By clicking the eye on any page, you can view helpful tips and supplemental information. Say goodbye to the traditionally paper-heavy process. Say hello to saving thousands with Zero Plus. If you have any concerns regarding our tech-based system, check out our borrower help page on kellermortgage.com.
So this video is what they see when they click through, because it's a little quick disclosure on what it is, and then it takes them to this page which says Zero Plus by Keller Mortgage, zero lender fees plus 1,000 credit at closing plus a discounted rate. Here's the agent they're working with. That's really important because it's going to link it to you, and then they can put the information in and submit. Okay, so that's what it looks like for the consumer, and there's different ways. You can text them that link. You can ask Kelly, what's my Keller Mortgage link? And it's the same process regardless of the way that they come through there. Now the Keller coverage, same thing, save 30% when you shop here. Save up to 30% right now. 7 simple steps, less than 2 minutes. Discounted quotes through Keller Williams. So click through there, and this is again what they would see. So get multiple quotes. This is all stuff that you can see directly from KW Connect, which I just showed you. Okay, I'm Casey, I'll help you get, what's your first name? Okay, I'm gonna use a different name because I've used mine before. Kennemann, continue, add my property address. I'll just put the ABC Street, probably in case anybody else watches this. I don't want to put my, let's pretend I live there. Okay, I'm in unit 4, okay. And then here they can put in bedrooms, bathrooms, stories, 1978, oops. Right, and it's just super easy. It's like 7 steps that they'll ask. It's primary residence, and then need an email. So I'm gonna put my personal email, date of birth. I have a Christmas birthday guy, and I'll put a different year. Let's say make him younger. A field is required. What did I not do? Okay, almost done. Currently living, yes. Let's say I've been there for 6 years and 2 months. And that's how quickly it'll come. So it's going to take up to 2 minutes, and they're going to go look at all these different insurances and find different quotes to show you. For access to exclusive rates and discount, please select a Keller Williams agent on the results page and answer a few additional questions. So it's only going to give you the discount if you're linked to a Keller Williams agent. So I think that's really, really important.
Melanie, we have one question in the chat box. Dan says he's on the home screen. What did you click on after that?
You're on the home. Which home screen are you on, Dan?
I'll
on Pivot, on KW Connect. Are you on KW Connect? Yeah, scroll down, and it was that red box that save money.
I'm unmuting you, Dan. You're unmuted.
So it was, if you scroll down all the way to the bottom of that KW Connect homepage, and it should say, click here, save thousands. or six, I forget what the verbiage was right there. It's a big red box. I'll show you. I'll show you back. I'll show you in a minute again. Okay, but this is what would come up. It says view 1960 a year is the. We'll go with that. Okay, what do I want? Do I want to add more replacement costs? Do I want to change my deductible, personal liability? I'm going to just leave all that as is. Okay. Purchase now. And then you can put your info, but where is the, or did I already link to me? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here, see, looking for more providers or lower rates, let KW agent. Find an agent. Because they only get the discount if they're tied to you, the agent. So that's me there. Confirm. And then it's asking you a few more questions about what kind of, let's say it's electric. Continue. Got pets? Yes. No. No flagged breed. No biting. Yes, pool. No fence. Married. Prefer not to say. Let's see, smoke detectors, fire alarm, burglar alarm, HOA, smart home. Okay. So let's see if it's any different than it was before. Wasn't it like 20, what was the total? Was it 1900? And they can do this from their phone. They can do this from their computer. But again, I'll show you how to get there. In fact, I need to do this for myself. How many of you would like to get their bid for their home and see if they could save some money? Okay, so 1883. And you can view full coverage. So, and that's how it works. So this would be about $100, I think, that they saved, 100 and something compared to the other. Okay, so let me go back. So not how to get to this page, but the other one, right? Like how to get to the page to get to that. Okay, so let me show you again. It was in KW Connect. Okay, so I'm going to go to Connect. And this is the pivot page, right? So you scroll all the way down here. And it's right here. This red thing. Your clients are looking for ways to save money today. You have the tools here. And that's how I got there. So I click there. And then the agent market, that's the landing page I just created right here. The create your landing page. And now here's some SMS text messages you could customize to text. So you could open that up and see what the scripts are. And there's different scripts in here. So lower your expenses. Let's see what they have here. Hi, John. Everyone's asking about how ways to lower expenses. During these unprecedented times, I'm fortunate to have great partners with Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered to help lower your monthly home expenses. Want to save thousands and hundreds more annually? Text me and I'll email you the details or give me a good time to call. Every dollar helps. Hope you're well. Stay safe. Right? So these are great little reach outs that you guys can be doing. Here's one for Keller Covered. Hoping you're safe. Much like you, I'm seeing more questions than answers right now. And I find myself looking for more ways to save money. I wanted to share this new way to save on your home insurance with Keller Covered. Text me and I'll send you an invite to save up to 30% annually. Worth taking a look now more than ever. Be safe, hoping you are well. So these are great touches that you guys can be reaching out. And again, that was right there on that home page. Here, right? That I clicked in when I clicked next to that red box, got me to this. So I've got the landing page where I can brand myself and I can send that to everybody, and that has the links in there as well. I have the text message scripts that I can reach out for both Keller Mortgage and Keller Keller Covered. And then here's some social media assets. Texting not your thing, let's get social. Engage with your sphere on social media. Click the button to personalize and share this week's tips to save. So you can click there. And here's consumer saving Facebook ads. So let's see what that says. Look. Now's the time to save money, save thousands by refinancing, right? Learn more. And then you could put your little link in there that's branded to you. They are going to in Kennemann. They will be pulling all these into Kennemann. They don't have them in Kennemann right now. So you can pull them from here at this point. Because I just was on a call with them yesterday about this, showing me all these new things. Oops. Okay, so then you've got phone scripts as well. Keller mortgage scripts and Keller coverage scripts. You have everything you need here to have those conversations. You also have email templates. And then again, we also talked about an agent marketing landing page. And Keller agents, you can save money too, right? So it's available for our agents. So save money now. We love your feedback. So here's where you could do some feedback for them. The agent part though, let's see here. Is that the same one? No, let's see. It's the same one. Okay, never mind. It's the same one we already made. Keller mortgage emails, Keller coverage scripts, time to get digitally social. Okay, so those are all things that you can use to access that. Now I wanted to go back into Kennemann. There's one more thing in here I wanted to see. I want to go to resources. And do you see how I'm on the resource tab and they have that drop down box? I want to go to Keller mortgage there because I even have more things there for you guys. So if I go to the resources, I click on that. And this is a whole bunch of more information for you guys. Again, I just went to the resources tab at the top and then clicked on Keller mortgage and it opens up this, which I can have refer a client. I could refer a client from my desktop if I wanted to. I can see the status. If I had any of my deals going, they would be in here. This is my sister in Los Angeles, got a pre-approval. That's my investment property last year. Any marketing that I want. So if I want a buyer presentation insert or a listing presentation insert, social media suite for Facebook, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I can use for marketing. There was one kind of fun thing in here too I wanted to show you guys. Let's see, education. Here's more videos in here that you could be watching about. So like if you look here, what is 0+ loan? You can go in and watch these. Okay, that doesn't want to play for me right now. Not sure why. Just worked last night. So anyway, business tool, there's other videos in there and then more scripts are in here as well. And these are scripts from different, Jordan Davis is the agent I was talking about that was the one that is from Arlington that heard that we were doing this here in Austin and saved that one transaction. And now she's like doing it the most of anybody. And then there were my deals, marketing. Let me see if that's there. No, home. And then down here, testimonials and more scripts, and then more education and marketing. There was one in here though, team management. Let me see. This will help you see, this is coming soon. People on your team, you can see how many they're using. But here you can go to loan officer and you can select a loan officer that you like. So I use, we're in Texas, I use Carl Emerine. That's who I personally use. So I can add him. And so now they're gonna know that that's the one that I work with all the time. And it's just gonna notice that. Team and then KM signature. This would be something that is like, again, a message that could come up that you could auto-populate from people and put more information in there. You can all edit any of this. Can be anything that you edit for using anything. Notifications, you want to have email or text when things come through, then you want to make sure those are on. Those are defaulted on and defaulted as the information you've given Keller Williams. So, and then there were one other one. Okay, here, Keller mortgage settings. Again, here's my profile. Again, that's my link. This is the link I could text anybody or put on any social media, and that's going to be the link to me. So everybody that comes through that link, they know it. They just automatically know that's my client. And here again is my loan officer. It's Carl. That's who I work with. And then again, coming soon, different team members. I can have how much everybody on my team is doing. And we just went through those other ones. That's so funny. They just changed this because yesterday I was able to see all of my agents of what, you know, how much we'd done as a company together. And there was like 134 leads in March. Probably everybody's doing refinances, right? That's probably what that is. And then the store. Do you see how I'm at the more drop down? The store, I just want to show you, if you guys need sign writers, this no lender fee, save thousands, this is where you can order those. They're $17.50 for 10 of them. Yeah, so it's what, you know, it's super cheap. If you want to have those on your marketing on any of your listings, this is where you would order those from. Okay, so then the other thing, so that gives you enough information to go and look in there. Then I wanted to show you Keller offers. Again, if you want to be involved with Keller offers, you email training@kelleroffers.com. And then this is just a website that you can go look. It's fairly, there's not a lot in there, but my favorite part about this, because we are working on concierge as well for this department, but it's the blog. So if you go to the blog, it has some cool info in here that you could pull and use. How to use cash offers to assess the value of your house, how to react to a changing market. So these are pretty cool little blogs that you can explore and share with your clients or anybody that's interested in iBuyer. Okay. All right. So with that, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. What questions do you guys have for me? That's a lot of information I just showed you. What questions do you guys have for me? Or was it just such great information that you guys got it and you're just gonna go crush it and you can't wait to go call your database with all this? No questions? How many of you are excited about having these tools? You good? Yeah? Right? I mean, this is for you guys. This is the time. Your time is now. We're going to have just an interesting next few months, right? And so the more value you can bring your people, the more indispensable you become. We are in this for the long run. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So the more value you guys can add, the better, right? You have no idea what $191 could do for somebody by getting them Keller covered, by explaining what iBuyer means, understanding about refinancing or what that would look like, saving thousands of dollars. Keller Williams is investing in you guys on your behalf. So take advantage of it. All right, what's this comment on the side? Awesome, okay. Sweet, okay, great. I love it, guys. Okay, thank you for being here. So I was not doing this by myself. Much better to see your beautiful faces. I hope everybody's staying healthy and safe. And if you have any questions about anything I talked about today, just reach out to me, Melanie@kwaustin.com. We will be posting this on the forum so that you can go back and see where I walked you guys through, because I know it's like, now where did she go again? And I can't find it. So we will send all of that out. We appreciate you. We love being in business with you, and we are all in this together. So use your tools wisely, okay, guys? Thanks for watching. See you soon, guys.